While I was preparing this talk, my 3-year-old heard me say this. The truest story is that you are nature. You are a unique and sacred part of our ecosystem. Your thoughts, words, and actions shape our world. You matter, and you are powerful. He stopped playing with his truck, looked me in the eyes, and said, "Thanks, Mum." My words entered him, and I invite you to listen with a softened heart today as you receive the undercurrents of what I share as I talk about these invisible forces that shape us and the body as our compass. So just as moss and succulents have unique environmental needs, humans also have hidden diversity and unique needs. So what are our unique needs and what are these invisible forces? The short answer is stories. Stories surround us, create our culture, and shape us. When the stories in life feel unsafe, the body tenses up. And this provides a clue as to what we need and when we need it. So to visualize how the invisible forces enter the body, let's consider sound. Sound waves are unseen vibrations that move through space, arrive at the eardrums, enter the body to be converted into neural impulses. The same concept applies for all stimuli: touch, taste, smell, light, movement, ideas, emotions, stories. Invisible stimuli enter us as we scroll through social media, read the news, or talk to a neighbor. Each day, we ingest millions of experiences mapped into our neural bodies and stored like stories in a library. We have to feel through our stories to know which ones belong to us. And we have to empty the stories of fear, shame, and disconnection. The human body seeks to feel safety, connection, and belonging. These are our core neurological needs. So when you feel relaxed, those needs are most likely met. And when you feel tense, some story in your life most likely doesn't fit you. And this is your neural intelligence. It's your compass. Yet all humans, we're wired differently in neurodiverse ways. So we cannot predict how others feel or what they need. The only way to know is to ask, listen, and believe them. Yet we wear our masks and we hide our pains. We pretend that things are okay. We hide our human stories from each other. We can forget to check in on our own bodies, to feel our interoceptive bodily sensations. And this actually takes its toll. The tensions accumulate. Our bodily sensations matter because they teach us what we need and when we need it. Collectively, we're tired. We're living in many outdated systems built for economic profit and not for us as diverse beings. The more we can learn to trust our body sensations, the more we can harness our unique power to speak up. When one person says, "This system doesn't feel right to me," everyone benefits. Honest expression leads to patient-centered care, student-centered schooling, social architecture, things built on real lived experience. Our human stories come to life. When things feel off for you, your body is like a unique filter, experiencing our world in your way. So when things feel off for you, you can speak up and get your needs met. You can use your compass. But we can't speak up if we don't trust ourselves, and we can't advocate for the body if we ignore or reject bodily sensations. So in my late 20s, working as a vestibular audiologist, I saw thousands of patients with tinnitus, dizziness, and vertigo. These are neural signals felt inside the body. These patients would often push through and pretend things were okay, but at some point, the invisible forces pressurize and things fall apart. Their bodies are holding stories of fear, shame, and disconnection. They're not getting those core needs met, and their body compass is screaming for support. And while working in the hospital, I too was becoming sick. My compass was off. I felt deep pain. Day in and out, I saw patients with complex conditions referred from doctor to doctor and therapist to therapist, and everyone was stumped. While I spent hours testing their inner ears, I heard the patients' human stories of struggle, loneliness, and trying to fit in. I noticed that they weren't honouring their body sensations, and they had no idea it was an option. No matter how much money they spent, their invisible pains went on to haunt them. For some sufferers, no amount of medication, device use, or testing could nudge these chronic symptoms. And the doctors were saying, there's no cure. Live with it. But what if we're looking in the wrong places for our answers? Could the body be the compass, calling us inwards to listen to its intelligence, to learn how we get our core needs met? So, I began to support patients with persistent sensations to relearn trust within themselves, to use their body as a compass that guides them towards safety, connection, and belonging. In order to heal, they had to stop being afraid of what they felt. They had to change their story from fear of symptoms to trusting bodily sensations. The question is how? So we began to explore the ancient principles of body scanning. This is feeling, sensing, and observing the body head to toe without bias. They began to notice and change their internal stories. They learnt to respect their body sensations rather than fight them. I noticed that when vertigo and tinnitus sufferers used the body scan to speak up and get their needs met, their sensations eased or disappeared. They found safety, connection, and belonging in ways that they uniquely needed it. The shame lifted, and they emptied their body of stories such as, I'm broken, and I shouldn't feel this. So it no longer felt quite right to work in the hospital simply testing ears. I wanted to support each patient as a whole person, and I wanted to change the collective story about symptoms. I saw many patients caught in this cycle of endless testing, medications, generic physiotherapy, devices, psychology, psychiatry, spiritual healers, spending tens of thousands of dollars, consulting more than 20 experts, and yet their invisible pains persist. These people end up feeling truly crazy. I wanted to help them explore the intelligence behind their bodily sensations. So from an integrative health perspective, we view body sensations as messages that teach us how to get our needs met and how to be in relationship with the world around us. The question changes from how can I get rid of this symptom to how can I support these body sensations and what am I learning here? Part of healing persistent sensations is taking back our power and looking inwards for our answers. Body scanning. So let's return to this profound practice of the body scan. How do we know the stories within us and how do we know the invisible forces upon us? Well, the more we look inwards, the more we can notice the stories alive within our own body, the more we can respond to daily life in ways that feel nourishing. We can notice the many micro moments that we put ourselves down or push aside our own needs to please others. Our body may be asking us to move more, talk less, walk in nature, or find meaningful connections. You see, the thing is, there is no user manual for how to get our ever-changing needs met. Social needs, communication needs, sensory needs. We have to feel it to know it. These bodily sensations, whether it be pain, tinnitus, dizziness, vertigo, or tension, this can all be our body's way of saying, connect to me, I don't feel safe. This story doesn't fit. The body scan offers us access to this warm data, like a biological dashboard. We can tune inwards and tend to ourselves moment to moment, keeping our bodies feeling safe, connected, and a sense of belonging wherever we go. So you are the expert in your body and your experience. You know what you feel. And inside of this knowing is power. It's the undercurrent of your entire life. Despite not wanting to leave my work at the hospital, I indeed knew I had to. My body kept speaking to me, and I had a choice. Do I medicate myself and numb the pain, or do I listen to my body and follow my compass? So instead of numbing myself, I responded to the pain within and around me. I saw what was needed. So I created some educational resources for people living with persistent and unusual bodily sensations. Thousands have since participated in my programs or read my book. You see, the invisible forces were shaping me. My body compass was showing me my role to play in our ecosystem. The discomfort and pain I felt while testing patients in the hospital provoked a positive disintegration in me. I had to grow into the next version of myself, and I had to honor my unique way of seeing things. For those of you listening today, experiencing persistent or unwanted body sensations, I want you to know you've done nothing wrong and you do not deserve this pain. You're not stuck and you don't have to live with it. Just like the vertigo and tinnitus sufferers who learnt to turn inwards toward their body sensations, to tend to themselves in nuanced ways. They learnt how to be shaped by the world and how to shape the world. They learnt how to grow into the next version of themselves, to speak up. Their stories of chronic symptoms dissolved and they learnt how to enjoy their body again. Bodily sensations are always speaking with you moment to moment, and it takes time to understand our compass and to learn to read our dashboard. It's nuanced, and there is no shame in feeling stuck or hopeless. I've been through it, and I understand how you might feel. You're not broken. The truest story is that you're exhausted, living in a world that was not built for your unique nature. A world that could not offer you the level of safety, connection, or belonging that you uniquely needed. A world that taught you that you are separate and disconnected from nature and natural cycles. The truest story is that you are nature. You are a unique and sacred part of our ecosystem. Your thoughts, words, and actions shape our world. You matter and you are powerful. Part of healing your body means healing the world that you live in, changing the stories, systems, and culture of which you are a part. Something that we can all do today is understand that each person has their own unique experience of our world. By believing others when they speak up, we help shape the world to be more inclusive for everyone. We are intimately interconnected, all of us with everything, and our bodies know this. So let's turn inwards and body scan. Let's rewrite the stories that keep us collectively locked in fear, shame, and disconnection. Let's remember that we are a living part of our natural world. Let's learn to use our compass and to respond to the world within and around us. Your body speaks volumes, so let yourself be shaped into the next version of you for the health of your body and our world. If you wish, I invite you to pause and close your eyes and notice your bodily sensations here and now. Tune in to your compass. What stories are alive within you, and do they belong? Because our world needs your unique voice. The invisible forces are shaping us, and your body is your compass. Thank you.